What's Going On podcast.
Yo, this is Ninja.
And this is XP Early Bird.
And this is
the What's Going On podcast.
Yes,
There's always something going on.
Yeah, no, son, I know it's been a minute, but we are broadcasting. I'm in my son's room because I had to set up here for reasons unknown, but whatever. Yeah, man. How you been, Early? What's up with you, kid?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. And when I say I'm good, I'm not just saying I'm good. It's just it's one of those days where I actually feel good.
Good.
So
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. How was the week go? I know it's been almost 2 weeks now. So
2 weeks.
Yeah. How's everything?
It's been a crazy 2 weeks.
Okay.
I work outside, so we had a tropical storm that came through.
Yeah, it passed through here, but it just grazed us. We got a lot of rain.
It definitely helped with the temperature because I work outside. So
yeah.
It was cool. The rain, it definitely helped with the temperature. That felt good.
Yeah.
Then it went away and the sun came out, and I got to deal with the heat again. But the job has been slow, so I'm not like physically tired or stressed out.
Yeah.
Everything's good, man. Just a good 2 weeks. I'm about to really turn things up with my brand since things these 2 weeks been having some time to think or whatever. But yeah, a good 2 weeks, man.
Good.
How was your 2 weeks, bro?
It was good, man. I've been busy. I've been working a lot. Just trying to get all that. This is gonna sound crazy, but like, I'm like tired of making money. Like, and when I say that, I don't mean like,
that don't sound crazy. I know what you mean.
Like, it's like I don't want to always be thinking about making money, dog. Like, I just hate that thought process. It's terrible. But yeah, just the last couple of weeks has been a little hectic because me and Jess are trying to really get our business up. Like, we got, like, we do the dog breeding shit, so it's been really hectic. We got the dogs. We got most of them. We got to pick up 3 more actually tomorrow. So that's where I'll be actually driving up to Georgia, but I won't be in your side of town. I'll be on the total opposite of you guys. But yeah, I got to drive up there. We got to pick up 2 more dogs. So it's been hectic, dog, because we've been wanting to do this for a long time, but it's just like it was hard to. It wasn't the right time. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't. You know what I mean? When we were in Georgia, we couldn't do it because, we were either renting from somebody or, like, it was like, now we got our own place where we could do whatever we want, kind of deal. So, now it felt right. The kids are older. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a lot harder back then because Adam was younger, Jaden was younger. Now they're older. They could take care of themselves. Now we can focus more on the dogs. So, but that's where we're at now. Just, man, we spent an ass of money on getting this shit ready, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, man. It's a lot. Like,
it takes money to make money, man.
Yeah, I mean, you already know how everything. We dabble in. You have to spend the bread to make the bread. But yeah, man, it's a little stressful at first, and it gets stressful in the middle. But I think the payoff will be a lot better. I mean, it'll be a lot better once we get to that payoff part. Like, it'll start rolling.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense. But right now, yeah, just getting everything is it's just crazy and it's stressful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like some days we're like, oh, is this even worth it? Like, it's crazy. But then, like, when we start putting the numbers in together and we got everything lined up and we're like, yo, this is what we're gonna be, we'll be making, and it makes sense. It'll work out. But other than that, yeah, man, it's been a good week. Like I said, just been working extra hours to get the extra money, getting the kids ready for school. They started school this week, so that was cool. Get them out of the house.
Cool,
you know what I'm saying? Go do some shit. But
okay.
Yeah, man, everything was cool. Everything's been cool, I just wanted to mention wanted to give all right, so the backstory real quick. I was on Facebook and every once in a while I'll jump. I always jump into the rabbit holes of the Drake and Kendrick shit still. And I know this is old shit, but it just seems like sometimes these websites like they just do shit to get people to react,
Mm-hmm.
which I like. I know this, but like I fail every time. You know what I'm saying? So I go and I read the comments and I read how like some people just write shit, just like everybody wants to get a reaction, a knee jerk reaction out of you. So
Mm-hmm.
I posted something. I forgot exactly what I said because it was a while ago, but I posted. I read something that probably was annoying, and then I posted something that probably annoyed them back. But it was probably more along the lines like, "Yo, Drake is not a hip hop artist. He's a whatever." I probably said something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then this kid writes back, and he's talking crazy, calling me. I don't remember exactly how it went. I forgot. I don't have the post anymore, but we went back and forth. Like he was like that that I must be. He was making fun of my picture on my Facebook, and you know me, man. I don't react to those kind of things. But then I went into his Facebook, and I'm like nigga, you a whole as like he raps. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, he's a white boy. Well, I think
Okay.
he's a white kid. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I went, I was like, yeah, nigga, you rap, you looking like a fake John B rapping ass. Like, I'm going hard on him, but then I play some of his music just for the, just to hear it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not bad, to be quite honest. It's different. It's,
Okay.
it's different. And, his name is Ronnie Hits. And don't get me wrong, like, after we stuck jabs at each other, I was like, yo, your music is better than your comments. Right? So we went back and forth, and then I think on the back end he messaged me or I messaged him. I don't know. I probably put, yo, your music is all right. It's not bad, to be honest with you. And he was like, yo, thanks, bro. I was like, you went to my page. I'm like, yeah, this is right. And then like from there, like he oh how it's so crazy. It's so crazy
Oh
because
goodness, man.
we were going back and forth for a good minute, maybe like 6 posts, going back and forth, making fun of each other and whatever. Then towards the end, I guess like we kind of realized like whatever it was just funny. So he sent me a gift of did we just become best friends? From Step Brothers.
Yeah.
And then I looked for the one that says "Yup" with the other Step Brother when he says. And then from there we started talking, and like we became friends. He sent me a friend request, and we were cool. So with that being said, that had me thinking like I literally argued with this kid, and I don't want to say argue because it was more like a back and forth, just like like a debate about Drake because he's a Drake fan and I'm a Kendrick fan, so obviously we were bumping heads.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it went from talking shit to like me listening to his music, and then him watching our podcast video. So he was like, "Oh, you got a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh," he's like, "That's pretty dope." Anyway, so I told him it'd be cool if I could share this interaction on the pod. He was like, "Yeah, man, that's cool. Just let me know when you guys do it." I'm like, "Yeah." So shout outs to Ronnie Hit. That's his name. That's his and yeah, like I said,
That's
he
funny, man.
it's funny, yeah, because like we just became. I mean, we don't talk obviously every day, but like he posts shit, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's cool," and whatever. But that had me thinking like, yeah, you can make friends even in the heat of the moment type of shit. Like, and I appreciate him, being cool after that. Like, he was straight. So real kid right there. He was a real nigga about that shit. But yeah, shout out to Ronnie Hit and yeah, that I thought that was cool.
Shout out to Runny. Real
Yeah.
quick, that that what y'all had, that's what I call an XP exchange,
Mm.
right? So you take your experiences, he got his experience, and y'all just no, you're like you're having an interaction with each other. It's not
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
it's not really good. It's not really bad. It's just
Right.
you just getting to know someone. So that's
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I call an XP exchange.
Yeah, and no, it definitely was an exchange because, like I said, we went from just talking shit about each other to like becoming friends and
Right.
enjoying each other's entertainment. Like he did his music. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He had some dope beats. And then he said he checked out the podcast. Whether he did or not, I don't know. But he mentioned it to me, so I would assume he saw it because I ain't be like, yo, I got a podcast. So that was cool, and it got me thinking. I'm like, with up and coming artists like Ronnie that is trying to get out there, it'd be cool if they had a platform to showcase themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Where so I thought that was pretty cool. I was thinking like maybe like in the future we could do like
Oh,
you
most
know
definitely.
up and coming
Most
artists and
definitely.
just play their music. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, like I would like to listen to more music that I'm not that it doesn't just involve famous, Drake or Cole or Kendrick.
Right.
I would
And
honestly
then
like to
you got
dabble in newer artists that are not,
newer artists.
yeah, that are maybe not at like they might not, and I don't want to say this like to be malicious or anything, but not famous enough.
Right.
They might be famous in
Right.
their hood, but I want to hear more music. I would like to hear more music from, and I know there's thousands of kids out there who can rap their ass off or sing or whatever, but I would like for them to probably send us music and then we could play it. And even if it ain't my cup of tea, like let's just say somebody sends me some shit I don't like, I don't want to be like, yo, this shit's trash. I want to be
Right.
more like obstructive about it and be like, yo, this shit, like I'll try to listen to it with open ears, like, yo, this shit sounds good. It might not be for me, but it sounds like it could be a wave, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I
Most
just
definitely.
I think Ronnie opened my eyes up to that. I want to thank him for that. So I'll probably you know ask him to see if it's okay. We could play some of his music up here and shit.
Oh
So
yeah.
like,
Put a link in the description
yeah,
for him.
I'll probably do that when I edit the video. I'll put a link up there. Or I'll hit him on the back end see if he's okay with that. But yeah, but shout outs to Ronnie, man. I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably do that more in the future because I love music. So I'm always trying to dabble into some new shit. But shouts to Ronnie. So
Yeah, shout out to Ronnie.
yeah, so I guess but other than that, man, yeah, everything else is cool, bro. Everything else is cool. Just trying to get shit going, bro. Nothing crazy.
Ooh.
So I guess we can jump right into this first topic that you want to talk about. We want to talk about.
Uh, this caught me by surprise.
I know it did, dog, because it caught me by
you
surprise.
you messaged me and he's like, yo, you see this? And I was like, what? And you sent me like the pregnant emoji. And I
You
said,
thought it was the chick emojis.
and I didn't really pay too much attention. It's like, okay, so what's so significant about a pregnant emoji? It's a pregnant woman with a short haircut or whatever. And then he was like,
it's a pregnant dyke.
I mean, you got women with long hair, you got women with short hair. So I didn't pay much attention because the main thing I saw someone pregnant. I didn't pay attention to the gender.
Right.
So he was like, "Yo, they got pregnant dudes." So I look back at the thing. I said, "Yo, so when did we get pregnant men emojis, bro?"
It was well when I checked online because I had to research. I had to do my research. So I don't want to be ignorant to this shit, but I'm like, this has to be fairly new. This cannot be more than a year or two old. And little do I know, it a year or two old. I think Apple had it first. Of course they did. And then Samsung did it with their update, I guess, a couple years ago. But yeah, dude, it's nuts because oh, it goes to show you that when it comes to these community, let's call them communities, all right. When it comes to these communities, they get what they want, no matter the cost. You know what I'm saying, bro? What kind of false narrative are we telling our kids when they see? Because my kids don't know about the pregnant emoji shit. I didn't even tell them, but I know if I did, my youngest would be like, he's gonna look at me weird and be like, "Yo, like this is not even a thing." Like it's sad when your own kids know that this is not possible.
Right.
Like, before you even say anything, what kills me the most is that when the gun emoji was out, It was an actual gun emoji, and it wasn't like a picture of a real Glock. It was just a more detailed gun emoji, right?
Mm-hmm.
After school shootings and all this shit, they decided to change the emoji into a water gun, which at the end of the day is still a gun, and we still use it for
Right.
threatening people. It looks a little bit more goofy, but if I put your FU and I send a squirt water gun emoji, you know shit's real. But
Marvin the Martian gun.
right, but if we did that because of shootings and we turned the water gun and made it less serious, what are we telling everybody else when we put pregnant dudes on an emoji? Like, what is that telling society? Like, like I don't know, man. Like, we're living in like this fantasy land, bro. Like, I get it.
Right, right.
The community wants something to, but none of you guys will ever get pregnant, bro.
Man, I say all the time, are we living in the Matrix, man? Because it's like you can be whoever you want to be now, do whatever you want to do, and it's crazy. And it's like there's no limit to this. Like, don't nobody ever says, okay, this is this is physically not possible,
Mm.
right? So I identify as I'm early bird, so I identify as a bird, right? So if I climb the mountaintops and jump off and say I'm gonna spread my wings and fly, like come on, man. Like it's like
Hey, don't do
we,
that,
we have we have to put some reality into these I don't
bro.
know these ideas, bro. Like come on, man. Men
Like,
can't get pregnant.
bro. It's crazy. Like, for instance, that narrative you painted. Like, if you go to the mountain and jump off, first of all, you know, we don't go up to the mountains like that, bro. That's a that's a white people game. But I see your point. But on the other hand, like, yeah, you can't be a bird. Like, what if you went around and started doing bird shit? Like, people would look at you like you're crazy. Like, let's say you started walking around and you started flapping and chirping like a bird and picking shit off the ground with your mouth, right, like a bird. And somebody will see you like, "What are you doing, bro?" I'm like, "Yo, what do you mean, dude? I'm a bird."
or what if I identify as a bird, so I decide to take a crap on your car?
Right.
You know
Nice
what I'm saying?
fucking
Like
steamy shit. Oh, I'm a bird. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a bird. I'm gonna shit on your car. Yeah, that's what birds do. What are you doing, man? Did you call me a man? I'm a
I'm
bird,
not a man, I'm a
motherfucker.
bird. Like, yo.
Like, and then people will be like, "Nah, you crazy, bro." Okay, so you mean to tell me that this guy over here who thinks he can get pregnant? It's like, bro, like that's like the thing with
Right.
the school, the mom who freaked out or said that her transgender son is a woman now, and they want tampons in the bathroom. Bro, what are
Mm.
you gonna, my nigga? What do you need a tampon for? You don't have a menstrual. Like, you don't. You will never bleed unless you pop a packet of ketchup in your ass and then put a tampon in your asshole. That's the only red you're gonna catch. Like, what are we
So okay.
doing,
So is it the fact that they're identifying as these things, or is it the fact that they're going too far once they identify as
bro?
whatever?
It's all that, man. It's they're going too far. They're identifying and then pushing
Oh,
they're pushing
okay,
the line, bro.
okay. So if someone said I identify as a woman, is that bad? Is that
If
is
they
that annoying?
if
Is that
they're
frustrating?
if they're a woman or if they're a
Okay, if a man says I identify as a woman, is that bad?
bro,
Like to me, it's not that bad. If you're a man, you say you identify as a woman, okay, cool. But now once you say you identify as a woman, and now you want to go into the woman's bathroom, now
mm,
you want tampons in the bathroom. Okay, now that's the issue. Like that's the problem. It's
right?
like
Yeah, they're
you
pushing it,
pushing this mess too far. So
bro.
it's like, yo, if you identify as a woman, okay, cool. Hey, girl, how you doing? Whatever.
Right,
But once you start trying to go into the bathroom, talking about tampons,
right.
and now I'm forced to change up the way I been living for so long, like, because this is
It's
crazy.
nuts.
If I see a woman, I'm gonna say ma'am. If I see a man, I'm gonna say sir. So if you,
And
yeah,
that's a down south thing. You better say that shit with grace. Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, because we were raised to be respectful to
Yeah,
each other
absolutely.
and our elders, especially our elders. So if I
Mm,
see someone who's older than me, if I see a man dressed up as a woman, I clearly see you as a, like, it's clear that you're a man. I'm
mm,
going to say sir, and I don't mean
mm.
no disrespect by that. It's just,
Oh,
you know what I
you
mean.
mean that shit now if you say that shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like in that community, and this is the problem that this community is having adjusting to their weird ways, is that if you don't identify them properly, they want to whip out their phone, go on TikTok, record you, and say mean things to you because you call them what they
Yeah.
biologically are and what they aren't. Like it's crazy. And then they're gonna, you misgender me. What do you even? Who misgender? That's not even a thing. If you're a man, you are a man. I cannot misgender you if I call you a man. Now, if you were a man and I say, yo, you bitch, then you might have a problem. But if you're a man and I call you a woman and I see you a man, then we can fight because I'm probably doing it to piss you off because you acting like a bitch. But if I misgender you because you're a man dressed like a woman, but you still look like a man to me, and you look like a man in a fucking weird skirt, like I'm not misgendering you. I'm calling you what you were born as. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Right.
and then they want to go on, like they want to bully people. That's the problem with them. They want to bully people into these spots. Like, oh, I'm gonna put you on TikTok. I'm gonna bully you, and then have people bully. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Like, nah, I just don't. But the whole pregnant emoji shit, dog. That's just when I saw that shit, I'm like, come, like what? Where are we living, dude? If you listen, if a transgender man that's a woman now goes to a hospital or gets hurt in the street, and they rip their clothes off because he's bleeding, they see he's a man, they write him up as a man. They're not gonna write him up as a transgender man. They're gonna be like male 32, 6 foot, car accident. They're not gonna put
Right.
transgender male 30. Like, come on, dude. Like, if a woman's pregnant in the street and I see she's pregnant, but she's dressed up like a man and she gives birth, they're not gonna be like male gave birth. They're gonna be like female gave birth.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I don't know if you remember this thing a couple years ago, and of course this was Oprah's dumbass, I'm sure. She had on her show, uh, it said first male ever pregnant, and I'm like, the
Oh yeah,
fuck?
I saw that. I
It was a
remember that.
transgender girl
Right.
that turned into a male and got pregnant. Bro, just take a moment. For anybody who's gonna light me up, just think about it for a moment. You are still a female. You still got pregnant. Like, what was the point of all that? If you still had a baby, you still got pregnant, and you turned into a man, just so you can be on TV as the first fake male pregnant man? No, you still a pregnant fucking woman
Yeah,
dressed up
I remember.
like a man.
I definitely remember that, man. I thought that was just stupid,
That was
and I was like,
dumb,
man,
bro. Even
how,
to put that on
like,
TV,
right? It's
dumb.
like the way they try and insult your intelligence with this stuff, man. And that's I feel like that's another strike against them. It's like, you really think they were that dumb and stupid to fall for something like that, man?
I just hated that whole
It's
headline. First male. Instead of saying first transgender female male pregnant. No, first male ever pregnant. Gassed everybody up like, yo, they did some weird shit in the fucking science lab. They got this, like,
right.
no, it's on fucking bro. It was, bro. I want, if I were to ever see Oprah, I'd probably be like, yo, you stupid for that. That was dumb. Like, why would you even do that? Like, why would you even support some kind of dumb shit like that? That's crazy, bro. Like, it don't make no sense. Like I said, bro, this community itself is gonna destroy itself. You know what I'm saying? Because they're bullies. They're real. They get mad at you if you don't agree with their way. They're almost like like you know how certain religion types get mad if you don't believe in something they believe in. You know what I'm saying? And they start going crazy because you don't believe in what they believe in.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That they get mad if you tell them, "Oh, I don't believe transgender is like if you tell them transgender is a mental illness." Oh, they go fucking nuts. They go nuts. I think it is, but they go nuts. It's like it's like you said. If you go outside, you start walking around. Let's go outside and walk around and tell somebody you're a bird, and they're gonna think you're nuts, and they're gonna call somebody to come scoop you up and put you in a fucking mental institution.
Yeah.
If you go start putting feathers on your back and getting feathers, so they're gonna say you're crazy. But these people
I
are not.
don't know how, like how did this thing where it get to the point where like, okay, we're going to take these people serious and we're going to allow them to do these things that they're doing, because
Yeah.
it's so disruptive, man. And it's, I don't know, maybe it's a part of population control, because you know there's always that conspiracy theory of the
Bro,
elites want to, you know,
they couldn't do a
get rid
better
of.
way.
So you
Like, come
said, want
on,
to do a better way.
they couldn't do it in a better way. They had to do
Oh,
this weird shit. China came up with
man.
a fucking yeah, just have 2 kids. Okay, that was it. Oh, you
Well,
can't tell us how many
I
kids it has,
think,
but you rather us tell you it's okay to cut your dick off and stuff it in your ass? Like that shit was. I don't know, man.
yeah.
I,
I guess like anything goes. Anything to get this population under control.
I don't know, man. I'm just not. I just can't. I'm just like I
Yeah.
respect the people who want to do that. Fine, but I'm like,
I mean, yeah, I respect them, man, but my
it's
thing
just too
is,
much, man.
yeah,
It's too much.
the same way that you want choices, we want choices too. Bottom line.
Yeah, yeah, but it just feels like they're just shoving their choices down our throats. I'm like, bro, nobody go do that. Go ahead, do your shit. Do it over there. Nobody cares. But they're like, oh, we want people to know. We want respect. Like, bro, nobody gets the respect they deserve. Black folks don't get the respect. The Spanish people don't get the respect. White people don't get respect. None of it. We all hate each other in some form, way, or fashion for some shit we did to each other. Like that's it. Get in the back of the line with the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? You want respect and equal opportunity? Well, look, get way back there with them Venezuelan niggas. They looking for that shit too. Go ahead, get back there. Shit, you got them niggas back there. You got Puerto Ricans, you got Dominicans, you got black folks, you got Haitians. You want respect? Get in the back of that line. There ain't no cutting. Get back there and earn your respect like the rest of us are trying to do. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah, long way to go. But yeah, I guess we could just move on from that shit then, because that shit's crazy. But yeah, there's pregnant emojis out there. In case men pregnant emojis. In case anybody was wondering, that shit nuts to me. And I just like how the emoji, bro. I just like how the emoji is just like he's happy. Like,
Right.
bro, like you could tell this was not a real thing because you know damn well women are not happy when they're pregnant like that, bro. Look at this shit. Look.
Oh,
I'm happy. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. This shit is so crazy to me. I think these are the Android ones right here. The ones with the smiley face right here.
yeah, because that's the
They
hair.
even put the creepy molester beard on a pregnant man, bro.
That's
Like,
wild, man.
he's happy he just got pregnant by like a young kid. Look at him. Oh, so gross. It's so disturbing to watch this shit. Like, I don't know. I can't. Oh my god! And then you know the best part is they put them in all colors. I bet black people wish now they ain't have no colors on this shit. Yo, look at this shit. They got the white guy, the light white guy, brown guy, the browner guy, and then the black, like black light skin and then black. I'm like, bro, this shit is. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm over it. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Mm.
But
Reminds me of
yeah.
South Park.
So, yeah, I know South Park needs to do an episode on this shit. But all right, bro. So what we What are we talking about next?
Next, we're talking about Adin Ross and Donald Trump.
Oh yeah. Okay, I seen this. It's good stuff.
Real quick. I did not watch the interview or whatever, but I know who Donald Trump is and what he's done. No, he's the former president. He's running for president. Adin Ross is a streamer. Usually, those two people wouldn't sit down and talk with each other, or like a politician wouldn't go to a platform as
Yeah.
such. But I thought that was a really really dope move, a really really dope decision to go for Donald Trump to go talk to someone such as Adin Ross, and reach out to those people on those platforms. I thought it was a real genius move on their part.
Yeah. And to piggyback off what you were just saying, because I got it right here. I thought it was pretty cool. I watched the video where he gave him the truck. I thought that was
Oh yeah.
I
That
thought
was
that
dope.
was cool. Whether or not he's gonna use that truck, I'm almost 100% sure he's not. That shit's probably gonna sit in his garage somewhere. They're probably gonna like auction it off. But I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was cool. I thought it was different, like you said. Because you got to remember, social media is still fairly young. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Um, it's only been a couple years that we've even had Instagram. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, Facebook also been out for a little while. But for political gain, I think the first person to really utilize or was the first person to start utilizing social media was probably like Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anybody before him actually using social media to campaign. So
Right.
you can see the shift in the last 10 years that there's a shift going on. Like before before it was the news outlets, CBS, NBC, Fox, all these people were the people politicians will have to go to get out
Right.
there.
Right.
Now nobody gives a fuck about these networks. They're only there because I don't even know because yeah, for political shit, like people go there to watch it, but most of them are lying half the time. But they go online now. Donald Trump is. I mean, you clearly he's always online on Twitter, on X, on all this other shit. He is that president to gain more popularity through online. So I see him really gaining more speed and momentum doing stuff like this because look, you have Adin Ross, which is a big YouTuber, out here showing all his fans, yo, I'm a Trump guy. This is who
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
He got what hundreds of millions of views and followers. Like
Yeah.
even a percentage of those people
Could make a difference,
don't
man.
could make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Let's say they're just young kids and most of them can't vote yet, but let's say there are kids out there who are in their 19s and 20s that they're like, yo, I like Adin Ross. And they'll go out there and vote for the nigga just because Adin Ross votes for him. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it
Mm-hmm.
real. Most people are voting for Kamala Harris because she's black now. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about her. They're just voting for her because she's black. So that's like it's a no-win situation. You know what I'm saying? But I know I watched the other day that was that Kai, the other YouTuber.
Yeah.
He
Kai
said,
Snap.
yeah, he said that somebody from Harris team hit him up, and
And
he's
he
like,
did
"Yo,
not
I don't."
like that
He
shit.
didn't like. He's like, "I don't do political shit." So that goes to show how out the loop they are when it comes to these kind of things. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, Donald Trump did it. Who's the next hottest person? Let's get. Well, obviously, and this is obvious, and this is not even me being on some no, dumb shit. They only hit him up because he was the most black popular YouTuber right now. He's been doing shit with
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart. He's been doing shit with all types of people, and then it would look weird if he was a white YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why they even hit him up. So if I was him, I would have felt the same way. Like, yo, y'all only hit me up because I'm popping right now and I'm black. Like, I don't even do politics, and I would have been like, bro, like, nah, don't try to, yeah, don't try to fuck up my bag over here because that you dabbling in that kind of shit will fuck up your
Yeah,
page, and
it
you know what
will.
I'm
It
saying? It's
will.
not
Yeah.
organic. It's not organic. Like
Yeah.
this shit felt organic. Like he probably a real big fan of Trump, and he went out and did this. Kai's not gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna vote for Kamala because I like her. Like he don't know shit about her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just weird.
Yeah. I agree. Like you got to be careful when getting involved in politics because I mean you make the wrong people mad at you, man, and they'll come after you, bro.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure.
I felt Casanat when he was saying he didn't want to be involved in this stuff. Like he was yelling and screaming and
Yeah,
knocked the camera over. Yeah, I felt him on that though. But
yeah, because
yeah,
they're gonna bother him for a while. But not only that, it makes her look stupid. Well, I don't know if that was her idea. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure she has a whole campaign team. I'm pretty sure some idiot on her team thought it would be a good idea to reach out to this kid, you
hmm
know, for that. But like, come on, let's keep it real, bro. Like, he's a kid. He ain't dabbling in politics. He don't know shit about politics. That's what I'm saying. It's more of a popularity run now at this point. It ain't even about what they're doing. Like, I haven't heard any of them mention anything about migrants or anything about but I've heard Donald Trump say a couple things about um money, speaking of budgeting, and I've heard him say, I watch a couple, but I haven't heard anything about migrants. I haven't heard anything about closing borders. I haven't heard anything about
man,
old homeless people or LA being run by gangs now. I mean, I don't even want to say gangs, but just fuck people, so it's
the the
nuts.
only the only thing I've seen from Trump's campaign, I haven't seen nothing from Kamala's campaign. I seen something from Trump's campaign, and it was a smear campaign of Kamala Harris, saying how it was like uh it showed like criminals and they
Mm,
showed what this criminal did. It's like uh uh, uh convicted felon, drug trafficker,
mm,
convicted felon, um child molester, right? And then in the commercial it was like Kamala Harris got these guys out of prison.
oh shit.
And
Okay.
I'm like, bro, this woman don't have the power to get this. She's a prosecutor. She's sending people to jail.
Hmm.
And once they're in jail, she don't have the power to get these people out of jail. I
Yeah.
don't think she does.
But that's the
So I'm
thing. They're
like, man,
focusing on the wrong things.
bro, I hate the climate of politics, bro. It's like it makes no sense. They out here saying and doing a bunch of dumb stuff, bro. Politics are dumb. It is
Yeah.
dumb. It is stupid, and it's way too many people involved with their hands. It's way too many people involved for a solid decision to be made. It's way too many people hands involved, got their hands in the cookie jar, which is why a lot of this money is being misused, and it never gets
Mm.
to where it needs to go. And they get to vote if they get a raise or not. So if me and you had to vote, hey, does the What's Going On podcast gets a raise? What you think the else is gonna be, bro? Like, of
Murder.
course we're gonna get a raise, man. Like it's stupid.
I'm
Like
telling you.
politics is we need a new system.
What,
Politics don't work.
what, well, let me ask you a question. What do you think politics should look like in this day and age?
Okay, in this day and age, what politics? Okay, this is just my opinion. Politics is simply organizing the masses. Like, right? So what's the best decision for the whole entire country? Not just a select few people, but the whole entire country. So what type of food should we be eating? Should we allow these chemicals on the food? Uh okay, well obviously guns is a problem. So let's get these things under control. Like that's what politics is to me. Like organizing the masses. So what politics look like in this day and age is we should put America first. So we need our food to be a lot more we need our food to be regulated more. Like we need to
Mm.
change the rules on the food and like not allow them to put chemicals on the food the way they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Um when it comes to our taxes, I think the American people should have a say so in where the money's being spent. So like in this day and age, politics should come to my phone. Like it should come to your phone, and you can't get that thing off of your phone unless you answer it. Right.
Right.
So let's say the budget, right? Do we want to send $20 million over across to Israel?
Ukraine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do we want to send $20 million to Ukraine? Do we send $20 million to Israel? That should pop up on your phone. Yes or no. And let the country decide, do we want to send $20 million over there?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what politics should look
Yeah.
like to
No,
me.
I agree with it with all that shit you're saying, because one, like for instance, I thought the food thing was an interesting topic you picked, because I was reading the other day that, you know, literally like recalls in everything you eat. Like Boar's Head had a recall. Niggas is getting sick and dying out in places.
Baby formula.
Baby
Baby
formula,
formula. Yep.
lettuce, greens, corn, all like it just it bothers me to the point like, why is this happening? So in me doing my homework, I'm like, I want to know, why is this happening? How is all these things so bad? How are they getting these how are they getting tainted to the point where it's like they're doing recalls all over the world, all over the country. So I
Right.
go back and I dig more. And then like always I fall into these rabbit holes on YouTube and shit like that, Google. Apparently big companies are messing up farmers' lands and making them sell or charging them too much money for certain things where they can't afford to keep up with their land, or they literally sabotage their land or burn it. And I'm like, wow, this is really happening in 2024, where remember back in like the days, like obviously way before we were born, but like back in the days, if somebody had a store, they would throw like a
A
Molotov
Molotov
cocktail in there.
cocktail.
Yeah, because they don't
Yeah.
they don't want your store
Crazy.
there no more because it's taken away from there. Bro, we're doing that now to our own people in our own country who feed us. Like, listen,
Mm.
the most important people probably in the world are farmers. Okay,
Oh yeah.
hands down, farmers. Like, these are the guys who are feeding the country, and you mean to tell us that big companies like, I don't want to misquote anybody, but big companies that are providing us with food, like let's say Purdue's and all these, they're not real farms. These are people who own factories that get their chickens processed from somewhere, but people who have farms have to make the chickens that they're processing. So it's like they're trying to literally take the land away from the farmers so they could go ahead and just cut the middleman out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Steaks,
But
eggs,
I
all
I
this shit.
heard I heard that our meat, like the beef and the steaks and all that, I heard even that is being imported now.
Yeah,
Like
because
it's not here
we
in
don't
America.
have.
Like we got to get that from like overseas.
Yeah, because we're cutting land out to build other things like solar plants or uh, uh the next Tesla fucking car lot. Like it's shit like that. China's buying up a lot of farmland apparently also, which is weird. But it's nuts because like you can, like out here in Florida, you when you drive up, you can see a lot of farmland, and it's a beautiful sight to see, no, but not knowing that a lot of them are in danger from losing their land. And it's crazy because like most, and I read this is not me just talking shit, most farmland are owned by white folks, and they're losing their land. And it sounds like, oh, good for them, they stole it, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But like, we have no farmland. It's disappearing little by little. um and it's being taken by the government and all these other companies who are bullying them out of their own places.
Mm.
And the reason why we getting all this tainted food is because there's nobody really caring about how this shit is being processed. And let's just keep it real. Big companies do not give a fuck if somebody spilled a bottle of Pepto Bismol and a thing of lettuce, they're gonna let that shit roll out, sell
Oh
it, and
yeah.
then recall it later when and only when somebody gets sick. Because in their eyes, they can make $1 billion off this stack and only settle for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So the bigger picture here is always the money. Like, yeah, oh, one person gets sick and dies, we'll pay $1 million, sweep it under the rug. That's it. They don't have.
So,
If anybody else
so
gets, they're not. They won't. There's no need. They don't care.
and if that's the case, then the punishment for this should be at minimum. So if you're $1 billion company, then your like the penalty for this should be like extreme, so
But
that
it is
you
not.
make sure that they follow the rules.
Yeah, you know they don't give a fuck. Because what's gonna happen is this: the big boss on the top is gonna blame this guy. This guy's gonna blame this guy. This guy's gonna blame this guy, and then this guy's gonna go out and blame all the workers and say, "Oh, this worker, we fired him because he's the one that." That's what's gonna happen. And then some poor immigrant or low income worker is gonna lose his job because they handled it. So
But well, even
and they'll probably
that's
pay a penalty, but it won't be even remotely
right, and
as much as they
that's
made.
true. They're going to play the blame game all the way down the totem pole. But regardless of who you blame, that you are this is the company. So BP BP is going to point the finger all the way down to the person who tightened up the bolts on the rig. They're
Right,
going to
exactly.
blame the CEO, and then the CEO is going to blame the manager, and then the manager is going to blame the 9 to 5 guy. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I was in charge, I don't care who did it. BP, the brand, the company, you guys are responsible. So I'm going
Right,
to hit you
exactly.
with this fine,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to make sure that this fine is enough to where you guys are on your P's and Q's, and because some jobs, man, you just can't make a mistake.
Yeah.
You
Oh, I
don't wanna,
agree.
you don't want to hear my bad. Like if you're in the airplane, you don't want the pilot to say, "Oops, I'm sorry, my bad."
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Sorry,
police,
I crashed into the mountain.
yeah, yeah, like the police. I mean, your somebody's life is in your hands. Is at your
No,
discretion.
absolutely.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
want I don't
I
want to
agree.
hear I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're an electrician, you messing with electricity. You don't have the luxury of saying, "Oh damn, I made a mistake. I can't do that no more." You
Yeah.
got one chance with this. One.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
No,
be perfect.
I
So some professions, man, you don't want to hear I'm sorry or
yeah.
we're terribly
Can't
sorry. You don't
afford
want to
that
hear that.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on
So
that.
yeah, definitely got to
Yeah, but
tighten up, man.
yeah, definitely. Politicians gotta, and that's what I'm saying. They're not talking about any of this at all.
Yeah.
So
Well, real quick on a little lighthearted side of politics, since we're on the politics. Lil Pump made a statement that he's gonna perform a diss track against Kamala
listen,
Harris, right?
I don't even want to sound rude to you. You know you're my boy, but as soon as you said little pump, I ain't care no more. I'm not even gonna hold you, my nigga. Like as soon as you said little pump, I wasn't even interested.
But
But if that's the case, he's stupid.
he he backtracked on it. He said he's not going to do it. He's
Yeah,
not going to
because he's an
perform
idiot,
a
bro.
diss
Why would
track.
you even do that to get clout? That's exactly what these little kid problems are, bro. Like they want to do shit to get attention, bro. That's the only reason why Little Pump even has a career because all the dumb shit he did with his whack music was to gain clout, bro. If you notice, everybody in the last what 10 years that got famous off clout, where are they now?
Gone.
Where are they now? Gone. Stupid. Somewhere wishing that they invested their money a little better, but now they're probably sitting, with a couple million, just not
You're
even
right.
doing things right.
Lil
Because
Pump,
Little Pump,
six
nobody
nine,
cares. 6ix9ine,
six
the
nine.
Island Boys. I mean, yeah, they probably still got a little bit of bread, but like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Nobody cares about these guys no more. And
yeah.
that's what I'm saying, bro. At the end of the day, your clout is gonna burn out. Like, it's like you have no creative juices running through your body, bro. Like nothing you did was creative. Everything you did was clout chasing. Whether it was
Yeah.
smacking your head on a stop sign or breaking a Ferrari windows, it don't matter. None of that shit is a talent. None of that
No,
shit.
it's not. It's
You know what
not.
I'm saying? I guess I guess if you want, we can just kind of touch on that real quick with talking about little pump and clout. But I know we had this other topic about IG and
Oh yeah.
how oh God, I'm gonna say this as nicely as possible, but IG is the new pimp, and girls obviously online are the new hoes, because it just seems like I've watched the interview. I watched the interview. I forgot what his name was, but it was a good interview, and he was saying how girls are. It, I forgot what a podcast. Anyway, the girls go on there and they talk about how like they don't need this, they don't need nigga, but they're looking for love. It's always back to this shit. Um, and he's like, how you expect to find anybody when you're a bad, independent, bad bitch that has her own money and is always on IGs and OnlyFans? You actually think you're gonna find yourself a loving person that's gonna love you for just you and not for all this? Like, it's not gonna happen, dude. So Instagram and OnlyFans is the new pimp. Like, girls are out here not even knowing that they're pimping themselves out. They think it's, oh, it's OnlyFans. It's the equivalent of walking in the street with your ass out. It's the new pimping. It's the new
I
prostitution. It's the
agree.
new. It's Yeah. It might be a little bit more safer, but like you're still you're still being pimped out. You're still it's like a soft prostitution. Like, let's keep it
Soft.
real. A soft
I mean,
prostitution.
it really is, because I can get on my Instagram right now and just scroll, man. You gonna
See like
see?
10 asses.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I think the thing is that people are okay with that because it's so normalized now that we're okay. I remember back in the day, man, you saw a naked chick on the TV screen. That was a big deal. In a movie, that was a big deal. Like, now it's
Mm-hmm.
not. There's no
It's nothing.
like,
Like, it
it's
don't
like
even grab your
nothing.
attention no more,
It
man.
really
See it
don't.
so much, it just
I remember as a kid, like, if you were watching a movie and you didn't know there was gonna be a titty or boob in there, or an ass, you would cover you would cover somebody's eyes, or if there's a kid in the
right.
room, you cover their eyes for a couple seconds and it's over. Now it's like you just you don't even cover your kid's eyes no more. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, unless it's like crazy, but you're like, oh no, like, just turn the movie off because it's gonna be like an hour of this shit. But it's nuts because like it's normalizing now. Like, you could go on, and I don't care who gets hurt by the shit I'm about to say, but it, when chicks are in need of money, they have their bodies, right? They go
Mm-hmm.
online, they do Instagram, and then if you tell them something like, oh, because I when the guy said, don't you think girls are thirsty out here doing that? Like, oh, we got to pay our bills. Okay. Well, if that's the only way you can pay your bills, that's fine. But it's like, don't get mad if you can't find a dude that wants to be with you because you're doing this kind of shit. It just, I mean, look at Adam 22. He had his girlfriend, like, fucked some dude and like made a porn and everything. He's cool with it, which is fine. It's no big deal. If that's what you're gonna do, that's fine, whatever. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
are you really gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that really what you want from your girl all the time? Like it's, I don't know. It's just weird, dog. It's a lot of hoeing out here, and nobody even knows they're hoeing.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's the
Um,
truth, dog.
I definitely I can agree to that. I mean, because that's all you see. And then when you ask the women and you listen to them talk, all they talk about is the money, the money, the money, the money, the
Mm-hmm.
money, and it makes no sense, because you say you don't need a man. I could buy my own house, I could buy my own car, I can do all these things, right? But you're looking for love. But isn't love all of those things that you don't need? Because if I love you, I'm going to provide a house for you. If I love you, I'm going to provide a car for you. If I love you, I'm going to provide, you know, food, a safe environment, protection. But you're saying these are the things that you don't need, but you want the love.
Mm-hmm.
Love comes with all of this. You can't say, okay, I want love, but hold the house. I want love, but hold the car. I want love, but hold the stuff that you don't need or whatever. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's all inclusive.
Right. And that's the thing, bro. I just think like nowadays people just don't get it. They they kind of just have it blurred where it's like they think they can do everything on their own, and then when they want to do it with somebody, it's like either it's too late or they don't know how to deal with somebody or whatever. But
Hmm.
yeah, when you hear people say like, oh, I don't need this. Like for instance, if a guy was didn't have any of those things, I don't think any woman, it's very rare. I'm pretty sure there's some out there, but no woman's gonna be like, oh, you don't got shit, come here, I'll take care of you. You ain't gonna hear that shit. You're never gonna hear somebody be like, oh, I got a band and I got a couple bands in the bank, I'll take care of you until you get on your feet. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's situations out there like that, but I'm just saying like it's rare to start a
Right,
new relationship like that. Like
right,
if I
right.
just met you, be like, yo, I think you're hot. Oh, I think you're cute. I don't have a job because I'm trying to get on my feet. Like that right there. Even if they like you or they think you're sweet, you told them that they're gonna be like, yeah, no. But on the other hand, if a guy sees a girl he likes and everything, and it's vice versa type of shit. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I don't have a job. I'm pursuing acting, or I'm trying to get my medical license. Oh, okay, cool. Well, we're still gonna fuck with you, even though you don't even got a job, and we're gonna take you out, buy you food, whatever, whatever, and
Hmm.
then you can move out your mom's house and come chill with me,
Right,
and then look at you.
right,
You got your acting career going, or boom. Like what I'm saying is, guys will take that route. They'll take they'll take the route where they're more likely to take the route that the girl needs help with because you're kind of growing something with her versus the
right.
girl being super established and then she thinks she's a boss ass bitch and she's mad aggressive. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? No
Yeah.
nigga wants to deal with that shit. Like, yo, I'm a this.
'Cause
Well, I got
attitude
my
too
own
bad.
player. I got my own player. I don't need just. I think when you start off talking to somebody, the first thing that comes out your mouth is like, I'm looking for a guy to be on my level, or I don't need nothing from you. Boop, hitting the red button, bro, because you're already starting off on that bullshit. Like you can never say you never need something from somebody.
Right.
Like you never know what the fuck you might need from somebody. You could be walking on the street with a total stranger, not even talking to him, just walking side by side, and you trip and fall, and he catches you. You needed that moment. You understand what I'm saying? What are you gonna tell him? Don't catch me, nigga. I'm an independent bad bitch. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
don't
it's
you don't do that.
they're not really thinking these things through. I think okay, women are very emotional. So once they go through a situation and they're all emotional, they're speaking from their emotions. Like in that moment, they don't really
Right.
sit down and process it and really think about it logically. Because if you think about it logically, the things that y'all are saying is very ignorant. Like you just like you
Mm.
really don't know what you're saying because
Right.
you're saying because like again, if you say I don't need nothing from no man, I provide for myself. Okay, so then, but you want love. It's like okay, so
But then why you out here in the club
love,
looking like a
yeah,
hoe? Yeah.
like love is like love includes all of these things that you say that you don't need. So if you don't need these things, you don't need love.
Mm.
That's just the way I see it. So you're just speaking from these emotions, and then you got a following, and then you got these
You
sister
gotta follow
circles
through
where
with them. Yeah.
yeah.
It, it's
So
it's one thing to say you don't need nothing from nobody. It's
mhm,
another to want to grow with somebody and need their love. Because if you say you don't need nothing from nobody, that means you don't need love. That means you don't need
right,
companionship.
right.
That means you don't need a partner. Then that means you can go on and just die by yourself. Like that's it. Like, and that's what. And that one thing that really irks me is when women say, "I don't need nothing from nobody, no man. I even got my." Like they even go as far as to saying, "I don't even need him to f me because I have, dildos at home and whatnot."
Hmm.
Bro, when was the last time you ever heard a guy say, "I don't need no bitch. I'd rather just go beat off"? Like you never. And if they do say that, he probably done got fucked over by one chick that just he was done with. But you don't, because guys know that we need
Yeah.
that touch and
Yeah, we
those.
need the woman. Like you never hear men say that.
You
It's always the
never,
women.
not in the bro. I've been alive 42 years, my nigga, and I had never heard a guy say, "I'd rather just sit home all day, whack off, and not deal with no women." Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there's some out there, but I'm just saying, I'm almost certain at one point he didn't feel that way. Girls that feel that way, just like why? Like you don't want that you don't want to be caressed. You don't like it's just weird. Like you can't
Right.
massage your own shoulders and then feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
I don't get it.
them degrees and that career, they can't hold you at night.
Mhm. I think a lot of
So
that
I
time that shit
mean,
goes to their head, bro, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you know how men have egos, they want to be tough
mhm.
guys and they want to beat up or whatever, or they want to show that they're masculine. I think women let their feminine ego tough guyness just they don't know how to you know what I'm saying? Like they say men have
Yeah.
egos, but I think women also have this thing where they feel like they gotta be tough sometimes to get I don't know if it's to get their way or just to block a situation, but it's fucking crazy, dude. Like when you watch these girls online and these YouTube videos where they're trying to find somebody and they're all dolled up and then they popping balloons or they
Oh yeah.
telling you nah, and they're like nah. Oh, it's crazy the answer they give you when they ask, well, why'd you not go with it? Oh, because whatever his voice. So I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it be
It's just
stupid, bro. Like I say, like they
always.
don't. Women are not logical, man. Like they just don't make sense when they talking. It's like it's all emotional, but your emotions don't make sense.
Mm.
Emotions do not make sense.
It was like when girls say, "Oh, all guys think about is the pussy," but like, well, all girls think about is the money, then, or if it ain't money, is what you can do for them. Because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, they know they hold the power to make a man do certain things. I mean, let's keep it real. Men
Hmm.
don't have that power. We have to go out there and work and get shit. You have to go out there and just be
Show
pretty
love,
and
show
show
love.
love.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know, but yeah, that's just my take on that IG shit. I just think that a lot of girls out here don't even know they're hoes yet. They need to, you know what they need? They need an emoji. If they could give you pregnant niggas, they should give me a thirsty emoji, like somebody thirsty, so you
Hmm.
can post those on some of those chick websites. Maybe they'll get the hint, but maybe not. I don't know. 'Cause a lot of these chicks out here are thirsty as hell for attention. Um, but yeah, that's my take on that shit. We're running up on the hour, so I
Yeah.
guess we could wrap that shit up. Um, real quick, I just know that there was some new music that Logic dropped. I just want to say that. That new Logic album is out. Check that out. It's pretty cool. It's a little different, but it's not bad. And
What Drake released 100 gigs new music.
100 yeah, man. All right, real quick, just to touch on that. I I know there was like what, like 4 new songs or 5 new songs, and then like a bunch of videos and shit like that, right?
Hmm.
But I just think that was. I thought it would have been a good idea to if he would have packaged that in a way where it was like, how can I say it? If he would have packaged that and gave it away instead of just dropping it like on some shit like, oh here, I think it would have been better. You know what I'm saying? 11:35. I guess we could cut the podcast off here because we're already running to the hour and a half time. I don't want to go too far in, but anything you want to get off your chest?
Um, no, no, nothing to say here.
No, we're good. All right. Well, just
Wow.
like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and hit us up in the comments and let us know what's going on. And this is Ninja.
This is XP Early Bird.
Yep. And we are out of here. Hit you on the
Peace.
next one. Later.
Later.